Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your Sports Dialogue podcast host, Paul Edwards.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 20 of the Sports Dialogue podcast. My name is Paul Edwards. I'm your host. And episode 20 is the final episode of season 1 of the Sports Dialogue podcast. And God's willing, season 2, I intend to begin season 2 in the fall of 2026, sometime in the fall, God's willing. So on this episode, I'm here to discuss the NBA Finals and say congratulations to the New York Knicks for being the NBA's 2025-2026 season champions. That sounds really good. Also have to say much respect to the San Antonio Spurs, the good ball club, good organization, played hard, no losers, but there could only be one champion, and that champion is the New York Knicks. So congratulations to the Knicks. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play a video just about our champion Knicks, and then I'm going to play some highlights from Game 5, which in San Antonio, which the Knicks won to clinch the title. And then I'm going to come back. So here we go with those two videos.
That's it. It's over. Bedlam here at the Garden.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. It's up to you, New York, New York, New York.
Towns double team. Bridges cross court. Brunson wide open. Gets a chance to bounce it and nails the three. There have been very few easy possessions for the Knicks. Brunson falling away, jumper, that goes. Fox guarding Brunson. Champagny quickly picks him up. Shot clock winding down again. Long three-pointer. Jalen Brunson, the three. Bridges floats it in the corner. Hart, clock winding down, steps back, tries another. Grazes the rim. Bridges tips it out to Brunson. Brunson a three-pointer, that's good. Fox now the latest to chase Brunson. Brunson gets inside, pulls up, shot, rattles it in. He's got 13 points. Gets to the baseline. 5 on the 24. Jab step, double team, jumper. It's good. Jalen Brunson red hot here in the second.
Bridges, but he did not get vertical at all to contest.
Brunson finds some room, flips it up, soft touch.
I'm going to shoot it. Catching that ball in rhythm, looking to get aggressive.
Brunson got away with a push up, jump shot is good.
I mean, if he didn't touch the ball right there, I think there should have been an investigation. Get him the basketball in front of the rim with that lineup. Patient, he gets it, finishes Jalen Brunson down. Brunson gets into this three-point shot right here. There's no doubt he takes away his space on a closeout. It's going to be a flagrant.
point a minute, Legs. You're down by 8 with 7 minutes to go. The formula is a point a minute.
Brunson, that hesitation, banks it home, and it's back to a 6-point game.
You said a point a minute. How about, since you said that, 2 points in about 5 seconds? Jalen Brunson trying to keep the Knicks in this and close.
Shot clock at 8. Wemby on Brunson. The two stars. Brunson off the bounce, gets inside, leans in, right hand, and he banks it home. Sensational move from Brunson. And the lead is cut to 4. Under 5 to play. Brunson looks, Brunson drives, Brunson shoots, ties the game.
Yeah, right here. Soon as he crossed half court, he understands Wemby's out of the game. He knows he's got one thing on.
Brunson gets away from Castle. The floater's up and good. Jalen Brunson with another answer.
Okay, so you saw the videos, New York Knicks video. You saw the highlights of Game 5. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play for you a little bit of what I said before Game 5. Some of what I said, not all of what I said, but some of what I said before Game 5. So here we go. So I do think that for the Spurs on their side, you know, Wemby has to get close to 30. They do have to get 5 other players in double figures. I think for them to win, they need 6 or 7 players in double figures and Wemby close to 30. And you know they're going to play that tough defense. I don't think that you're going to see those young, hungry players in San Antonio quit. I don't think you're going to see that. I definitely don't think you're going to see them quit. But the Knicks have to play, as I said, get 5 starters in double figures. The bench has to play well and get 2 players in double figures. Have to shoot it 48% and 39% plus from 3. Limit your turnovers. Cut down those turnovers lower than 13. And make your foul shots. Knicks have to make their foul shots. If they do that, the Knicks will celebrate in San Antonio. Certainly, and win Game 5. And obviously celebrate when they get back to New York with a parade. So those are my thoughts on Game 5. I've told you what I think the Spurs have to do to win. I've told you what I think the Knicks have to do to win. And as always, please remember to exercise. If you're of a certain age, please remember to get your doctor's approval before you exercise. Exercise is good for the mind and the body, no matter what your age. So if you're going to bring an additional help to OG, somebody's going to be loose. And I think that that's going to present an opportunity for Mr. Bridges. And he's very capable, as I said. He needs to get up in that 20-point range in Game 5, in my opinion, Mr. Bridges. And he will, because I do think they're going to try to bring some double pressure or help defense on OG. Obviously, you know what they're going to try to do to Mr. Brunson. So, Mr. Bridges, I think is a good area of opportunity for you in Game 5 to light it up. And I know that you will. Let it fly. So I think that the Knicks have to shoot it 48% from the field. I think that's where they need to be. And I think they need to be 39% plus, at least 39%. I'd like to see them 45% from three-point land, but at least 39%. And they need to get all 5 starters in double figures. That is key. All 5 starters got to get in double figures. I'm not saying that OG's got to get 30, but we have to get all 5 players in double figures for the Knicks to win. The Knick bench. The Knick bench has been such a key component of their success in the playoffs. And the Knick bench in games 3 and 4 hasn't shot it. And they've played tough defense. They come in, they sell out on defense. There's no question about that. But they have not shot it the way I know they can, the way I've seen they can do it. The Knicks collectively as a bench in Game 5, we need to get 2 players, at least 2 players in double figures. And everyone on that bench that comes in needs to score. It's time for the bench to get back to the shooting that they've displayed in these playoff series. Okay, so you saw some of what I said about Game 5. Um, with keys for the Spurs to win, uh, Mr. Bridges, my comments regarding Mr. Bridges, the shooting percentages for both teams, what I felt they had to shoot to win, and the Knicks bench. So let's take a look at the box scores to see exactly what occurred. We'll take a look at the Knicks first. One of the things that I said was a couple of things that I said. I said, number one, that the Knicks starters all had to be in double figures. They had to get 5 starters in double figures and 2 bench players in double figures. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4 starters in double figures for the Knicks instead of 5, and no bench players in double figures. But the good news is Mr. Brunson had 45 points. So even if he had 25 points, he took up 20 points for another starter. He had 45 points. And he shot it 51% overall. He shot 27 shots, Mr. Brunson, and made 14, which is 51.9%. Call it 52%. And from three-point land, he was 4 for 7, which is 57%. So, that is tremendous shooting on Mr. Brunson's part. And remember, I mentioned that Mr. Bridges, he's capable of impacting the ball game. And I thought that, he could impact the game more than he did in Game 4. And let's look at what he did. He was 50% in Game 5, overall shooting, 5 for 10, which is, super. And he was 3 for 7 from three-point land, which is 42.9%, which is 43%. Very good. He didn't get 20 points. He had 14 points. But the shots, he made most of them, 50% of them. And I don't think you can ask for much more. And then from three-point land, 42.9%. I still think he's capable of 20 plus a night. But he certainly, I think, made a strong contribution in Game 5. I thought that the Spurs would make adjustments on OG, and they did. Um, but he still played very hard and was very effective. Josh Hart, uh, he was timely with his 3-point shots. He made 50% of his 3-point shots. He made 3 3-point shots out of 6, which was very good. And he was 4 for 11 overall, which could have been better. But those 3-point shots were very, very critical for the Knicks. So the Knicks didn't get all of our starters, 5 starters in double figures, but we got Brunson with 45. And we didn't get the 2 players off the bench. Without the bench, we wouldn't have gotten to the finals. The bench made such a big push during the playoffs overall. I think that the bench, without the Knicks bench, I'm not so sure we win a championship. Or it certainly would have made it that much difficult. But in Game 5, I saw the defensive intensity from the bench. Always see the defensive intensity. But I didn't see the scoring that I'd hoped to see. But again, without the bench, I don't know that we win a championship. The bench really played a strong part in the Knicks run. So credit to the bench. But they didn't get the 2 players in double figures in Game 5. I said that the Knicks had to shoot 48% overall from the field in Game 5 and 39% from three-point land. And I said they had to make their foul shots. So let's take a look. In Game 5, the Knicks shot not 48% field goal percentage. They shot 35.6% field goal percentage. So that was way off of my mark. And I said that they need to shoot 39% from three-point land. And they shot 32.4%. So they didn't shoot it as well as I had hoped they would have shot it in Game 5. But, however, the Spurs in Game 5 shot 38.4% overall, which was just a couple of percentage points over the Knicks, 35.6. And they shot it identical from three-point line, 32.4%. They both were 12 for 37 from three-point land, which, although the Knicks were under where I felt they needed to be, the Spurs shot it similar to the Knicks, which was a credit, which helped to offset the shortfall of the Knicks not getting up to 48% field goal percentage and 39%. The Spurs shot it similar to the Knicks. They both got up, the Knicks got up 87 shots overall. The Spurs got up 86 shots overall. Now listen to this carefully. The Spurs made 33 shots overall, and the Knicks made 31 shots overall. So the Spurs made 2 more shots overall than the Knicks. Follow me. And we know that those 2 more shots that Spurs made more than the Knicks were 2-point shots. How do we know that? Because we know that they shot identical from three-point land, 12 for 37, both of them. The Spurs made 2 more shots overall than the Knicks. So if they both made the same amount of three-point shots, those 2 extra shots that the Spurs made had to be 2-point shots. So that gave the Spurs a plus on the Knicks. So if the Spurs shot 2 more field goals, 2-point field goals, they shot identical from three-point land, 12 apiece. What's left? Foul shots. So let's go to the foul shots. The Knicks made 20 of 28 foul shots, which was 71%, which I still think, is a little low. I like 85, 90%. But the Spurs made 12 of 19 free throws, which was even lower than 71%, which is 63.2%. So the Knicks made 20 free throws. The Spurs made 12 free throws. So that's a +8 for the Knicks. The Knicks made 8 more free throws than the Spurs. So that's 8 points. Now remember, the Spurs had an edge in field goal percentage. It's field goals made because they made 2 more field goals than the Knicks. They made 33, the Knicks made 31. So that's edge for the Spurs. But fast forward to foul shots. The Knicks made 20 foul shots, the Spurs made 12. And each foul shot is 1 point. So that's +8. So the foul shots made up and overcame the shortfall for the two-point shots that they made more than us. So we wiped out that lead with the foul shots and went up. So, and the Knicks overall won by 4 points. So the point that I'm making is that, obviously that both teams hustled, both teams played tough D. When you make 33 shots for the Spurs and you make 31 shots for the Knicks, there were some big-time shots made. When you make 12 threes, there were some big-time threes made in critical situations. There were some good blocks made, good rebounds made. The box score doesn't show all of that, and the effort and the intensity. But with all that said, what it came down to, which is one of the things that I said, make your foul shots. You heard me. Make your foul shots. And the Knicks made 8 more foul shots than the Spurs. And to me, that was the difference in the game. And if you look at the numbers in the box scores, you'll see it. So, those are my thoughts on on the Knicks and I thought the Spurs, as you heard me, I said that Wemby needed to score 30. He had to get 30 for them to win. He had 19, so he wasn't close to 30. I felt they had to get 6 players in double figures. They had 1, 2, 3, 4 players in double figures. So they weren't close to 6 or 7 players in double figures. And I said they had to make their free throws, and they didn't really do that. They made 63%. And so they didn't hit the markers that I thought that the Spurs had to hit to win. And they didn't win. They lost. The Knicks didn't make all the markers that I set out. The 5 starters in double figures, 2 bench players in double figures. They didn't shoot at 48% and 39%. But what they did do was they made foul shots and they played tough D. And although they shot at 35%, they made those foul shots. So that's my recap of the game. Congratulations to the New York Knicks. I must say that, I'm in New York at heart. I lived in New York for over 30 years. I grew up in New York, grade school in New York, junior high school in New York, high school in New York. I graduated from Erasmus Hall, E Hall. I'm an ex-quarterback, ex-football player. Many awards, inducted into Erasmus Hall of Fame in '78. Made the Brooklyn All-Star team. Many accolades. Played with great players before me, with me, great players after me. My heart is with E Hall. Uh, after graduated from E Hall, went to Wagner College, quarterback for Wagner College, graduated from Wagner College. Lived in New York, worked in New York, owned and operated my businesses in New York. And I've said it before, I'm a New Yorker at heart. But I will tell you, I've seen the Yankees win multiple championships while I'm in New York. I think the Mets won one while I was living in New York. I think the Jets got one in '69, if my memory serves me correctly. But never have I seen the kind of, outpour into the streets in every single bar, the watch parties, uh, the younger generation turning out in the streets. I've never seen that before, for any team, not even when the Knicks won it earlier. This new generation, really got behind the Knicks. And my generation and generations, before me and in between the new generation, we all stood up for the Knicks. There's no question about it. But this young generation came out in the streets, and for the most part, it was harmonious, peaceful. Obviously there were some one-offs there, but it was good to see people gathering and behind one common cause, which was the Knicks and winning, and nothing else mattered than celebrating and joining together in unity. So kudos to the new generation for coming out in the streets peacefully for the most part. I have never seen anything like it and loving it. So congratulations to the Knicks. As I said, this is the final episode for season 1. But I'll still have my weekly exercise videos promoting and encouraging everyone to exercise. So you'll see me there. Intend to continue the Get Fit, Stay Fit, the Never Too Late podcast with medical professionals. As you know, book release is right around the corner. And I have opened the Truth Plan online store. So there's I think I put 8 products in. So you can go to the online store, www.thetruthplan.com, and then go to online store and just click on any of the products. Or you can go to thetruthplan.myshopify.com. That's thetruthplan.myshopify.com or www.thetruthplan.com, and go to the menu and click on online store. there's some catchy products in there. Hopefully, I'll be able to play a commercial in this episode, or I'll post a commercial later showing what their first 8 products are. They're very catchy slogans, very simple. And over the coming weeks and months, I'll be adding more and more and more and more and more products to the store. So as always, if take a look at it, see if you like it. And as always, please remember to exercise. Exercise is good for the mind and the body. If you are of a certain age, please get your doctor's approval before you exercise. So it's been fun, season 1. God's willing, we'll be back for season 2 of Sports Dialogue. And you're not getting rid of me that easy. You'll be seeing me throughout the summer, exercising in the park, in the backyard. And I mentioned some of the other stuff that we have coming, and there's a bunch of other stuff that I have planned that I haven't even told you about as yet, but one step at a time. So thank you and God bless you. I enjoyed it. Hope you did. Thank you. God bless you.
The Truth Plan shows us how to help to eliminate the inequities in affordable housing, unemployment, healthcare, education, the media, small businesses, access to capital, and much more. The Truth Plan also shows us how the elimination of these inequities also benefits the higher income community. The goals and objectives for equity are crucial in addressing the disparities that exist in our society. A primary focus must be on eliminating the racial, wealth, and equity gaps that disproportionately affect low-income and minority communities. This involves a comprehensive approach that includes ensuring access to affordable housing, improving employment opportunities, and enhancing healthcare access for underrepresented groups. By prioritizing these areas, we can create a more equitable foundation for all individuals, regardless of their background or economic status.
The Truth Plan is a self-help plan to eliminate the racial, wealth, and equity gap that exists between the low-income, the middle-income, the Black and brown communities, and the higher-income communities. The Truth Plan believes that all communities should prosper. The success of the Truth Plan will help to eliminate the inequities between the aforementioned communities in the areas of affordable housing, unemployment, healthcare, education, the media, small businesses, access to capital, and more. The higher income communities will also benefit. Prosperity for all. Never settle for less.